Hi, my name is Patricia Jones. I go by Patty, mainly because growing up, my grandmother's name was also Patricia. It's who I was named after. And at family functions, people would scream Patricia, and there was always me and my grandma, like, hey, what's going on? So as I grew up, I steered more towards Patty. It really didn't take in as an aspect as my name until probably around high school, where I would continuously respond to it, but now that I'm almost 28 years old, I've got it down packed for the most part. The pronouns that I go by are she and her. When I grow up, I plan on continuing to work hard in the educational field. Um, I love the idea of teaching things that I personally like and convincing younger generations or even people the same age as me to enjoy writing, to enjoy expressing themselves, whether it be journaling, whether it be writing short stories, working on music. I think that writing is a great outlet. I have found that it helps me immensely in my life, and in my 28 years on this planet, it has become a focal point to me understanding myself and coping with the world around me, so to speak. I would have to say that the number one thing that annoys me is probably people that are mean. I am not a mean person. I do get angry, and I mean I make mistakes. I'm human, but I do not like anger, and I do not like being rude to people on purpose. I am known for throwing peace signs. I do not shake hands, even before COVID. Like, I throw peace signs. I believe that happiness should be all around you and that you should be nice to the people that you are around and that you encounter, whether you know them, whether they come off to you in a certain light. You should always be nice, like to the best of your ability, be nice. So I would have to say unrelentless anger or being mean to other people is the number one thing that annoys me. My favorite film or TV show currently is Chicago PD. I have been watching the new episodes as they come out on Hulu religiously every Friday. I have zero pets. I work a full time job and I go to school full time. I have a daughter who is 8 years old. And so working and taking care of that and managing my schooling is pretty much my life. If I feel like if I was to add a pet, I would have way too much on my plate, which is saying a lot since a lot of people think I already have too much on my plate. I think that my goals for this class would have to be to become a better speaker. Growing up, I always talked really, really fast because I'm always hyper. I've always got a lot of energy, and I feel like this class will give me a chance to not only say the words that are up here in a way that are cohesive, but that I get my points across more clearly and I develop better communication skills. Right now, in for example, this situation, I can't make eye contact with people very easily. I tend to talk with my hands a lot, which is normal, I assume. I guess it's what I've been told. But I do talk with my hands a lot, and I do tend to look up a lot when I talk, which I've realized has kind of set me back in some areas. I get the impression that some people find that to be like I feel uncomfortable, and I don't think it's an uncomfortable thing. I think it is more just like my natural reaction. And I'm not sure why, because I don't really ever feel uncomfortable doing pretty much anything. So I'm not really sure where it comes from, but I hope to be able to correct that taking this class. And I think that the things that I found to be the most interesting in chapter 3 would be learning about anxiety. I've taken a lot of psychology classes. One of my first majors that I started studying was psychology. So I like that it mentioned the fight, flight, or flee. I thought that was highly interesting applying it to public speaking because, as someone who's taken a class where we looked at that angle of psychology in depth, I thought that was an interesting way to acknowledge that sometimes that fight, flight, or flee characteristics and human intuition doesn't necessarily just have to be situations you're dealing with externally. It can be something you're dealing with internally, which I found to be highly fascinating. Um, So I think that wraps it up, but I am very excited to see how, for one, this video uploads, and for two, if this class is able to help me fix some of my awkward social cues when it comes to speaking to others.